Senior citizens have fallen victim to a phone scam where the caller promises big money with no intent but to steal yours. Here with valuable consumer protection information you need to know is Mary Felter, who sat down this week with GAMAN SHARMA from the Department of Aging and Disabilities. Mary?
Today my guest is GAMAN SHARMA, who is the coordinator for our Senior Health Insurance Assistance Program. It's sometimes known as SHIP, which is an easy thing to remember when you need advice and help. Welcome to the program. We can review.
Thank you, Mary.
I asked you to come to the program because I wanted you to tell us about this telephone scam that is going on. They're targeting the seniors in particular. Tell us a little bit about this scam. What is it exactly?
Certainly. Department of Aging got news from U.S. Administration on Aging about this scam, which is actually people are getting calls from a program called Living Well, which is a scam because it's actually a program, but it doesn't tell people to get in money, and these people are asking them to wire them money through Western Union.
So what are people being asked that they'll get because they're participating in a Living Well grant program or something that they can get more money back, like as much as $6,000 I hear?
Yeah. They're telling them to wire them $149 and in return to a phony account, and in return they're going to get $6,000 and change back, which is not true because it's really a scam.
Oh yeah, anything that sounds too good to be true really
Exactly.
isn't. What, is there such a thing as a Living Well program
There
though?
is, there is a grant that's being sent to local governments where people are going to be trained into, people who have chronic illnesses like heart disease and diabetes and stuff would be trained, and it's a 6 weeks program which is free, doesn't cost them anything, and they will be able to contact our office to see. We are also, Department of Aging is also participating in that program, but it has nothing to do with sending money. So it's actually a completely free program where people have to send no money. They can contact their local Department of Aging to find out about their program.
And that's offered at all sorts of senior centers and at hospitals and at churches and...
Exactly. They do presentations at certain places, and those people can contact us to find out when they're running them.
And if you get a phone call from someone who is this scammer, what do you recommend that people do?
I recommend that people don't give them any of their personal information. If they have any questions, they contact my office at Department of Aging. We will give you the phone number for that. And don't give any information. It is not true. There is no such thing. You're not going to wire money anywhere and get any lump sum money in return. It's just not true. It's a scam.
And is the department getting involved through the Senior Medicare Patrol, the SMP?
Yes, SMP is involved. If you find out, if you get more information, who is calling you, what do they want, you can call our office through a Senior Medicare Patrol program, and we can report that to the authorities. We can even report to Attorney General's office directly, and they will be prosecuting those people.
What is the number for the Department of Aging that you want to recommend?
It's 410-222-4464, and ask for the SMP Senior Medicare Patrol Program, and we will assist you from there.
Is there a telephone number for the State Attorney General's office that you have that you recommend?
Yes, I think I have their number. It is 410-528-8662, and it is for their consumer hotline where people can call and report any kind of incidences like that.
Well, GAMAN, I really appreciate your coming on the program today to let people know about this telephone scam. We don't want seniors or anyone else to be taken. And as you said, if it sounds too good to be true, then we really don't want to do it.
Exactly. And for any other questions, thank you so much for having me. And for any questions pertaining to, before you give out any information to people, I would advise people to contact us. Find out if that company is actually legit. Even if they tell you they're from the government, you should find out if they're legit by calling us and giving us as much information, and we can tell you about the most current scams that are out there.
I know there are several, so.
Exactly.
We also have a section on our webpage, I understand, aacounty.org/aging, down on the bottom right-hand side on about Medicare fraud as well. So people can look on our website and people can call us.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Appreciate your being on the program. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Mary. Wow, that's That's really terrible that somebody would do something like that. I actually, I screen all my calls.
I screen my calls too. You get a lot of those solicitors and things, so it's
Love caller ID.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully seniors will contact the authorities if they get a call like this, Tracy.
Absolutely.
In this week's Recreation and Park Spotlight, we mark opening day for Challenger Baseball, where youth of all abilities come together to enjoy baseball. Located at Lake Waterford Park, Freedom Field features a new rubber surface adaptive field. Challenger players were joined by the Severna Park High School boys baseball team, a partnership that has been growing for the last 5 years. Franklin Cheney caught up with Joe MAVOR of the Adaptive Recreation Program and Charlie Becker of Severna Park High School baseball to find out more. Franklin?
I'm here opening day for our Challenger baseball program, and with me this week on the show, to my right, is Charlie Becker, president of the Severna Park Green Hornets and assistant baseball coach here at Severna Park High School. Charlie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here. What a great day for these kids and everybody involved. It's actually a great day for the high school players. In fact, head coach McCandless told them the other day this should be the highlight of your season, and every one of them agreed, and they're all out here in mass, and they're all learning from and doing a great job working with the kids. We love it.
All right, well, appreciate you being out here. And also to my left is Joe MAVOR, assistant with Wendy Scarborough for this program. Joe, first of all, I want to ask you, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate being on TV for the first time.
Now, you are kind of coordinate this program for Wendy. Kind of give us an overview of this program.
What we really try to do is provide a fun, non-competitive environment for the kids to come out and enjoy an afternoon of baseball. And it's been a really great pleasure working with the Severna Park baseball team. They have done a really good job coming out here with us, and we've partnered with Oriole Advocates. And they've brought the Oriole bird out here to work with our kids, and they have gotten such a great enjoyment out of today and the whole program. So we really feel lucky to be able to work with all these kids.
Now, you talk about some of the where you practice once or twice a week, have games on Saturday. Tell us what you try to do when working with these children.
Yeah, we practice on Tuesday nights, and then we have game days on Saturday mornings here at Lake Waterford Park. Practices, we usually try to work on basic skills with the kids, fielding grounders, hitting, hopefully fielding some pop flies, things like that. Basic baseball skills, and then we try to get everybody a chance to get a turn at bat and to get a hit and get all the way around and score a run. So we split up all the kids onto teams. We have 4 teams, and we pair them all up, and it's been a really nice experience working with all these kids.
Well, Joe, it's a great day. Now today, Charlie, back to you. The Severna Park baseball team comes out. You're involved with them as an assistant coach, as well as you're involved with the youth organizations, the Green Hornets, and it's kind of built a partnership. This is, I believe, the 6th or 7th year you guys have done this. What is it? You talked earlier about what it means to your players, but what does it mean to you as a person?
Well, it means a lot to me as a person. In fact, I have a younger sister that's mentally and physically handicapped. And I understand what these parents go through, and how hard it is to put together something like this. So anybody that sees this has to get a lot of enjoyment and wants to be involved. You just want to be involved and do it. It's just an unbelievable experience. It really is.
And if you want to get more involved, call Recreation and Parks at 410-222-7300 and check with Wendy Scarborough. Again, 410-222-7300. Guys, appreciate all you do. Thank you, Joe, for your work. Charlie, thank you for your work. Great day here today, here at Lake Waterford Park, Freedom Field. Back to you in the studio.
That sounds like a lot of fun for Challenger players and the Severna Park High team. I'm sure we'll see a lot more fun being had all summer long, and we've just gotten started.
Finally, we have a lot of graduations starting this month, including the Naval Academy and Anne Arundel Community College. This week, the college announced that Maryland State Superintendent of Schools, Nancy Grasmick, will speak at its commencement ceremonies. Grasmick is the longest-serving appointed schools chief in the country and Maryland's first female superintendent. The college's commencement ceremony will be held at 7 p.m. on May 26th on the athletic practice field at the college's Arnold campus. For more information, call 410-777-2222. Well, I bet our viewers are wondering,
Who are these people?
Who are these strange people?
Well,
I'm filling in for Eric. Well, I was supposed to be filling in for Eric, and I was going to be here with Carla.
right. Eric was out. I don't know where Carla is.
Well,
Is she coming back?
she's coming back. Unfortunately, Carla had a death in her family, and she was called away. She's in Florida for the funeral. So she will be back next week, as will Eric.
And our thoughts are with her and her
Yes,
family.
yes,
All the
and
best
our
wishes
sympathies.
for them. And, you know, we talked about all the commencements coming up next week. It's always interesting to see all the different people who are speaking, and you kind of wonder, you know, how the students feel about that particular speaker. I mean, some schools go all out and they get a famous celebrity
Right.
or something.
Really big names. And
or
we were
head of
talking off
state.
camera that we couldn't remember who our speakers were at our graduations. I can't at all. I don't think it was a big name.
Wow, it must not have been if I can't remember. but if I remember correctly back then, you know, there's so much going through your mind that it's almost, you know, it doesn't matter who the person is or what they're saying. You're just
It's
you're
such a
just
relief,
So
and-
caught up in the whole event.
Yeah,
that
and
you
it's
can't
such a relief. And you know, my daughter today just took her last final for the semester, and she has been stressing out so much. And you know, I keep telling her it only gets worse. It only gets worse. So, but I'm happy for her. She called me. She did well. I think she
Good for her.
aced her biology and her psychology, and I think she did pretty well in her math. So.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm glad that I don't have to look forward to another commencement ever again.
Yeah.
I've had enough school.
I enjoyed college, but boy, it sure is stressful. That's for sure. But yeah, I'm glad. I do have to go to a commencement one day when my daughter graduates.
And we will all look forward to that.
Yeah, me
and
too.
also the next time that you and I can host the show, you know, hopefully they'll let us come back. I guess Eric and Carla will be back next week. And then,
They will be back next
but-
week,
but
and
we
I
will
think
be
I'm
back.
here 2 weeks after that. I think I'm filling in for Carla on June 2nd, so
We'll have to be sure to check it out.
everyone will see me back then.
Well, that wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode online anytime at www.aacounty.org. Archived episodes are available at blip.tv and YouTube. You can also subscribe to the free video podcast at iTunes. Please tune in again next week for more highlights and news from around the county, and we'll see you next time.